Hey everyone, Melanie here. I wanted to show you guys a gift that you can give to your family or your friends, and it's something that's really easy and simple to make. All the stuff that I bought to make this was off Amazon and it was pretty affordable, and it's perfect for the holidays, and the scented oils that I got were the holiday theme. So let me go ahead and show you the clips on how I made this candle. Okay, what you're gonna need to make this candle is, of course, you're gonna need a jar. I am using a 16-ounce ball jar. This is the vintage type that you can find on Amazon. Pretty much everything that I have, I found it on Amazon. If you look on Amazon, it'll look like it's more of a nice, pretty teal, but in person, it's kind of a blue. And so I'm going to go ahead and take off that because we're not going to need that right now. Next, you're going to need a wick, and I have a 6-inch wick and the ball jar is 5-inch. You need at least 1 inch more than the jar you're going to be using. And this is a wax covered low smoke wick. It has to be wax covered. This is a candle wax melting pot. This is the smaller version of it. So it holds about a pound of candle wax. And make sure it's clean. I have a digital scale, and I have that so I can weigh out things perfectly, or close to perfect, so I don't have things mess up. And then I have some pot holders to protect from the heat, and I use a chopstick to stir. You'll see what I'm doing. And then over here I have just a measuring cup, and then I have a thermometer I got from Marshall's. It was like $4. You can use any thermometer. And then a clothespin to hold the wick. And then this is the scent that I got. It is Amaretto Nog, and you need 1 ounce per pound of wax. And then I have some burlap ribbon, some twine, a hot glue gun. I have the colors green and the colors red. I have a pot filled with about 1 inch of water at the bottom boiling right now, so I can do a double boiler for my wax. I am using a natural soy 444 wax from the Candle Maker store. You'll see the website right there. I am using a 10 bag because it's a lot cheaper when you buy more. This is really good wax. It's also really easy to clean afterwards, and it burns nicely. And my candle is going to be white today. I don't want to add color to it. Right now I'm going to be measuring 16 ounces. Make sure it's on ounces, not fluid ounces. I'm going to tare that so it goes to 0. And usually it'll just fill up all the way to the top with a small melting pot. So I just pour it in. See right here, I don't know if you can see it that well. Yeah, it is at a pound right now, so it is ready to go into the pot. So you just set it into the pot like this and just let it go. With the natural soy wax flakes, they burn quickly, which is really nice because some other waxes take a long time to melt. While we're waiting for those wax flakes to melt, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to put the wick inside of the jar. It's really easy. They actually have wicks stickers, but I figured that you can use a hot glue gun and that would work out just as fine. I'm going to put a bit in the middle, kind of like this, and then I'm going to take the jar, try and center it up. Put it right there. I'm going to take like this chopstick and push it down. Like this, push it down a bit so you can secure it to the bottom. So it's pushed down like that. And I tugged it a little bit just to see if it would come off. So there you go. Keep the wick straight. I just take a clothespin like this and it just keeps it straight. I just take the chopstick and kind of like break it up a little bit, move it around so it can melt a little bit faster. I guess while we're waiting for the wax to melt more, I'm going to measure the jar like this. After I got done measuring the jar, I'm going to just cut it like this. Just measure again, make sure it's good, and that's going to wrap around the jar. And also I have twine for the lid. I'm gonna wrap it around the lid, so I'm just gonna pull, I don't know, I'm just gonna pull a little bit off and then just kind of go by whatever I want with the finished product. We're not gonna need this just yet. So I'm gonna set that aside. I'm going to set the burlap ribbon to the side also. Let's go ahead and check back on our wax. So this is the wax right here. It is almost done. I'm so excited. It is almost done being melted completely. And then after it's done being melted, I'm going to pour the amaretto nog into it, and it will smell so good. And then after that, I'm going to stir it around first. I'm going to pull it off of the heat source, and then I'm going to let it cool down to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's whenever it's ready to pour into the jar. If you try and pour it when it's still really hot, it's going to create a candle that has been sunken into the middle, and it won't look that good. So this is just about done, and I'm going to get ready to pour. It is really, really hot, so you guys have to be really careful with touching all around here. The handle is really good. It doesn't have any heat. Well, it has a little bit of heat to it, not too much, but you're able to hold it by the handle. That's why I like these melting pots so much better than just putting it into a saucepan. So I'm going to take the amaretto nog, and I'm going to just pour the whole thing in there, because you need 1 ounce to 16 ounces, which is a pound of melting wax. And that smells so good. I'm just gonna stir it up. I know this is so weird, I'm using a chopstick, but I can't think of anything else that I would want to use, because I know that it's just going to make a big mess of it. And chopsticks are easy to replace. So what it looks like on the inside doesn't look any different. It just looks like melted wax. My thermometer. Oh, that smells so good. Okay, now that it has been stirred up with the fragrance oil, I put the thermometer in, and it is currently at around 160 degrees Fahrenheit. We had to wait for this sucker to get back down to 100 degrees till we start doing any business. So while we're waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the burlap painted. I wanted to do something simple, freehand. I didn't really want to make it perfect. I just wanted something a little rustic. I'm gonna take my green paint, and I'm going to make like little leaves. I guess I'm gonna go for a mistletoe look. I put it on aluminum foil because since it's burlap, it's going to leak through, and I don't want to get that on my counters. So I'm gonna pick the center. I'm just going to create like little blotches like that, little blotches. It does not have to be perfect. Okay. I'm going to take the red paint, and I'm going to create the berries. So I'll just create kind of like little circles. Kind of looks a little muddy, but I think it looks fine to me. I like it. So that's it right there for the design. I can go back later on with a Sharpie marker or something once it's dry and start kind of making it form into, you know, shapes instead of just a blob. But you can do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. let's go ahead and check on our thermometer right now. It is at, let me zoom in a little bit more. Got a glare. It is at 140 degrees right now, so it dropped 20 degrees pretty fast. So I have 40 more degrees to drop to till I start pouring into the jar. I went ahead and I outlined the berries and leaves to give it more definition, and I think it looks great. I decided that I'm just going to wrap it around right now. I think I'm gonna wrap it, I'm gonna make the face here so you can see the nice ball sign on the back. So this is what it's going to look like. Not done yet, but almost there. I'm going to just put a little bit right here. Let it seep through. And then, there we go. Since it's burlap, and it was able to seep through. And there it is, right there. Okay, now it is about 100 degrees Fahrenheit and it is ready to be poured. So I'm going to take the thermometer out. You have to be really careful because the container is still hot. So we just leave that there to cure. I'd give it probably 4 hours for it to solidify, and I would give it probably a day till you burn it, because you want it to cure, you want it to be ready to burn. And then we'll just let that wait, and I will show you the end result after this. Okay, now that it has solidified, I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's still a little warm. This is what it looks like. The top kind of sunk in a little bit, but that can happen if you do pour it when it's still hot. So I guess I didn't wait long enough, but it still looks really nice. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to trim the wick about to the lid right there. So that looks really good. And then I'm going to put the lid on top, just like that. And I will show you the finished product in a second. So this is what the finished product looks like. I tied a little piece of twine around the neck of the jar. It's nice and simple. It makes a really good gift to family and friends or just anyone. And at the bottom, I hot glued the scent label on the bottom so you can know what it smells like. Nothing too fancy, just to help out whoever receives it knows what scent it is. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like this, go ahead and click that thumbs up. And if you guys want to watch more of these types of videos and my other haul videos, go ahead and subscribe. Alright, thanks guys, bye.